สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanasorn Kereahong.
And I'm Thananapat Noivien. Good morning. And of course, we're here to bring you the latest updates of what's going on in Thailand. And as usual, there's a lot of interesting incidents that happen, including the adjustment of prices following the expressway fee, the FT fee, and also the LPG gas prices today.
And alcohol.
Yeah,
right.
The first day after the cabinet approved the adjustment of the tax, the beverages tax.
And a surprise, there's going to be increase for the airport fee tax as well.
Oh my God.
So brace yourself because it seems like it's not going to be as cheap to live in Thailand anymore.
No.
Because apparently everything went up except for our pay.
Yeah, of course.
That's kind of sad. Right, let's move on to the first news that I have. This is actually an update per se because I have reported about the incident where the oldest and longest wooden bridge or Sahamongkol that you may have heard of, or the actual name was Uttamanusorn Bridge in Sangkhlaburi district of Kanchanaburi province. It has been damaged due to the strong current at one point, and of course this is way back for the past month. However, at this point, they are able to gather fund as well as people, volunteers, to actually fix this particular bridge. Now, yesterday at about 11 o'clock in Sangkhlaburi district of Kanchanaburi province, there was a visit by the director of the government lottery office, who, along with his entourage, provided a fund of 5 million baht.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, to the provincial authorities of Kanchanaburi province to be used in order to rebuild this particular bridge. As you can see there, the damage was quite great, and this particular bridge is the bridge that linked two of the villages together and is one of the biggest attraction as well in Kanchanaburi province. So this is one of the things that they're trying to do. Now, I've reported before that the abbot of a temple around the area, พระมหาสุชาติสิริปัญโย of Wat Wang Wikwegaram Temple has been trying to gather volunteers as well as funding. I've mentioned about the bamboos that were donated in order to be used as a temporary raft to at least linking the two villages together. Now, at this point, obviously, this particular fund would probably help a lot in terms of trying to rebuild the bridge itself.
The lottery office, of course, got a lot of fun because
for 5 million bahts, I mean, it's okay. Because they probably have a lot of gamblers buying their lotteries anyway. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. Okay, moving on to another case here. There's a development of a murder case where a man, the sub-district government officer of Map Yangpon sub-district in Rayong province and also a graduate student of Burapha University in Chonburi province, had shot dead his brother-in-law and also his sister, killing Kun Somkit Kanpian and also injured Kun Pinyapat Graitong, his sister, at their home in Rayong province, and he fled from the scene. And yesterday, the suspect, Kun Pornpitak Graitong, age 35, had turned himself into authority police station in Pluak Dang district and confessed to the crime. He said that before the incident, he came to his sister's home and asked for the whereabouts of their mother because he wanted to ask for a sum of money in order to go on a field trip in Japan. However, his brother-in-law was there and his sister was there, but they didn't tell him where their mother was and also scolded him of being a worthless person and always asking for money from their parents and also compared him to a dog, which is actually in Thai they called him ลูกชิงหมาเกิด.
Right, so meaning that he was supposed to be born as a dog, but somehow his spirit got into his mother's womb and pop he comes, kind of thing. That's pretty much it, and that's like one of the most insulting thing that you can actually insult anyone here in Thailand.
You shouldn't even be born in this world.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that's why he got really upset and lose his temper. Unfortunately, he had an 8.11 millimeter handgun with him. So that led to the unfortunate incident. His brother-in-law was killed and his sister was in the hospital. And yesterday as well, the suspect had brought the land deeds of 30 right of plot of land and also the 500,000 baht in cash for his bail condition. But after his mother, Kun Vimon Graitong, learned of his attempt to ask for the bail, she went to the police and asked them to reject the bail because she feared for her own safety as well. So this probably means that the culprit, Kun Pon Pitak, might have some kind of mental problem.
Well, he used drugs. So that's might
really?
mush his brain a bit. Yeah, because yesterday I read about this news and they say that he has a history of using
Drug abuse.
Exactly. All right. So at least he turned himself in. Obviously, this could turn out really, really bad or worse than
But
it is.
one of the bad things, he's government officer as well.
And he's a graduate student. I mentioned about this that, obviously education doesn't really prove anything. Right, let's move on to another case. And of course, updates again. Yesterday we talked about the Red Bull heir, who obviously has been charged with the reckless driving and hit and run. And the person that he hit was a police officer, Vichian Glan Prasert, excuse me. And it took place a year back. Exactly yesterday, a year back. So September 3rd of 2012. Now they say that he hit this particular person or policeman, dragged the victim for 200 meters, and he pretty much drove home afterward without assisting the victim or even acknowledged this particular incident in Sukhumvit 49. Obviously, Kun Warayut Yu Withaya or Kun Boss did not show up at the court as ordered, but he sent in his lawyer and claimed that he's sick. So he's in Singapore. At this point, the prosecutors are not very happy about it. The judge has already said that they will issue arrest warrants. The prosecutors already seeks to issue arrest warrant because they say that this is not the first time. It's the 5th time already that he missed the court hearing. And obviously yesterday was the last day before his charge of speeding expired. So it expires yesterday. At this point, obviously, instead of having 3 charges against him, he only has 2. Even though those 2 are still pretty big, it's still, like causing death through reckless driving as well as failing to stop to assist the victim. Those 2 charges are quite large. However, the 3rd charge, which is supposed to be speeding, already has been dropped due to the fact that it's already expired. So obviously the prosecutors feels that he is trying to push his his hearing away in order to stall and make sure that that's kind of over that the charge would be expired, so he would not have to serve it. So at this point, they say that the arrest warrant will be issued against him. That means that they can arrest Kun Warayut anywhere if they find him, like as soon as he come in. But he told, according to his lawyer said that he's going to come in anyway. He plans to come in. He's just too sick to come in. So it's very unfortunate for him that he's too sick. But
I don't think we have a right to fly away out of the country
That's
if we're
the
going
thing.
to go on a court hearing.
Exactly. But at this point, they say that due to the fact that this particular case has been closely looked at by a lot of global, foreign medias as well. So hopefully something will be done. Obviously, he's an heir of Red Bull. Sometimes you will be able to get away with lots of things, but I hope that this is not one of them.
And not only the public in our country, global media are watching this case as well.
Exactly, because that's going to mean that you can pretty much hit and run over anyone and not having to assist them. And
Especially
just
if you came from a very famous family per se.
Exactly. So he didn't show any remorse either due to the fact that he just pretty much, drove back home.
Well, before wrapping out this section, I've got one more soon-to-be cases here.
Okay.
But in the entertainment industry, lately we hear the news of one of very famous Thai actors, Tony Jaa or
Of
Kun
course.
Japanom, right? He's
Japanom
going
Viram.
like internationally famous after his movie Ong Bak a decade ago. However, the recent news stated that he's going to star in the new Fast and Furious sequel, the 7th sequel,
Cool.
right? And that brought a lot of Thai people to joy. However, some people is not really happy about this news. Kun Somsak Techa Ratana Prasert or Sia Jiang, he's the chief of Sahamongkol Film International, and he revealed that he would soon launch a lawsuit against Tony Jaa, the original film, and also Universal Pictures Studio, following the confirmation that Tony Jaa will join the cast of Fast and Furious 7. The reason is that he said Tony had violated the contract that has been made between his company and the actor himself. Sia Jiang claimed that Jaa is still under a 10-year contract with the company, which had just been renewed only last month. However, Jaa insists that he has not received any contract or any document from the company yet, so that claim was ungrounded.
Oh.
While Sahamongkol Film claimed that the papers have already been sent to his hometown in Surin province, and that's why he didn't get any, because he has been abroad for all the past month.
Wow.
And that's the reason that the Sahamongkol Film has to file a legal action, not because they want a commission from Tony's Hollywood exposure, but he just wants him to realize that the contract is still on, and that Jaa should show his gratefulness to the company and people who brought him to fame in the first place. That means the director of Ong Bak and other people, because Sia Jiang said that he didn't know before that Jaa will star in Hollywood movie.
Oh,
He
so
just
it's
read from the news.
a matter of being proper and informed and such. And obviously seniorities, right here in Thailand, and
course.
respect is quite big in terms of, like our culture and such. So hopefully they all cleared up, because, we would like to see Kun Jaa in Fast and Furious and
Yes, of
doing his own stunt. It would be great.
But Sia Jiang said that he didn't mad at him. They still,
You just want to make a point.
yeah,
Just
they still
go in,
his,
talk to him,
Yeah, latest movie with Sahamongkol Film, Tom Yam Gung 2, that will launch in Thailand and also in China at the end of October.
All right. I'm waiting for that movie. All right, let's take a short break, because when we come back, we're going to give you updates on all the price hikes, and all of them.
Rest yourself.
Exactly. Please stay tuned.